It is time. It is time to brew your best beer. Brought to you by Beer Grains Supply Company, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, Brew UK, Panhead Brewery, Tanner Ritchie, Finney's Homebrew Emporium, Brig Selv, Hackney Brewery, Hashigo Sake, Mangrove Jacks, Sprig and Fern Tavern, Yakima Valley Hops.
Okay, we're getting through these. Here we have entry, it's easier to read it on here, RO175CA. There's the bottle. I used to have a bunch of these bottles. I gave them away to somebody. It says a sweet amber ale that has been oaked with American oak chips soaked in Canadian rye. Pale malt, 2-row, Canadian malts. Well, pale row, 2-row. Canadian. Cara Red malt, Golden Promise malt, Cara Roma malt, Cara Amber malt, Northern Brewer hop pellets, Fuggles hop pellets, and it doesn't mention the yeast used. Let's give it a pour. A lot of things went into this beer. A lot of effort. And the oak chip thing sounds interesting. So there we go with a pour. So it's pretty damn clear, except again the chill haze is always something we have trouble with. But it's actually quite clear. You know, I can smell the rye. I can smell the Canadian rye in there. It's got quite a unique aroma. Not a lot of hop presence. Let's get into it. I'm excited about this one. Cheers. Let's try this out and see what we've got. Wow. That is loaded with flavor. That's surprising because it doesn't have a lot of aroma, but the flavor is really interesting. How unique. Oh yeah. I can definitely taste those oak chips. It's funny because for me the rye comes out more in the aroma and the oak chips come out more in the flavor. Now, as I said, it doesn't have much of a head going on. Surprisingly, not as sweet as I thought it was going to be with all the Cara malts in there. But it's very pleasant, and I love the oak flavor. Awesome. I'll come back in a few minutes after I score this beer. This beer has been a little bit different to try and figure out, because just like one of the other beers that I did, as it warms up, it's getting better. And the aroma's getting better. I'm actually going to go back and revise some of my scores, because it's actually impressing me more now than it was when it was ice cold. So I'm going to tell you guys the only thing that's wrong with this beer, if it is a fault, is the lack of head retention and or carbonation. It's not I don't know if it's undercarbonated, but there's certainly something with the, you know, the carbonation that's causing it to lose the head. If this beer had more foam on top, that would really bring it to a higher quality beer, I think. But with that said, it's excellent. I love the flavor of this beer. It's very interesting. So that's my opinion. Keep it up. This is great beer. Good luck in the challenge. Hope you do well. I hope you win. And cheers. Thanks a lot. See ya. All right, here we have SA004.CA. Not .ca. SA004CA. It's not a website. Yeah, and this is a American Pale Ale. I'm just looking at my notes here on my screen. It's got 2-row, Crystal 120, Carafoam, Centennial, Chinook, and Citra hops. Alcohol is 5.2, and the IBUs are 81. Oh God, yeah, there's, oh yeah, there's hops in that. That's for sure. Okay. Try and give it a fighting chance to build up ahead there. Yeah. It's clear. Hazy, as they all are. And I'm sure that if the brewer is watching this video, he probably already knows that he has probably slightly undercarbed the beer. But boy, is that aroma ever nice. Wow. Oh yeah. Cheers. That's a hot bomb and a half. It really is. Yeah. It fits right with the guidelines, the style guidelines of a beer like this. I read them just before I started the camera. And everything I'm tasting, grassy, the color. This one's gonna put me to sleep, I'm sure. It's a good beer. It's undercarbonated, unfortunately. I hate to do negative things or say negative things, but it's blatantly like it's a shame. But the rest of it, the flavor, the mouthfeel, the color, it seems to me that it's all on par with style guidelines. Let me have a few more sips of it. I'll come back, I'll tell you my final thoughts. I've been sitting with this beer for a while, and everything about the beer is really spot on for the style, and it's almost kind of hard to tell everything about the beer without the carbonation being high enough. But from what I can tell, that's the only thing that's really lacking in the beer is that. It's a powerful beer, you know, and sometimes with carbonation, we don't get the best of luck. It all depends. That's what happened to me the first time. On my first batch, I didn't send in because I just, wasn't carbonated enough, and I had the time to brew it again. So, but it's a great beer, and I would love to brew this. Put it in a keg, carb it up nice. I bet you this would be absolutely incredible. So cheers to the brewer, and thanks guys for watching. This is the last of my challenge beers. I've enjoyed this a lot. Thanks for watching this one. Cheers.